Are we live?
Yeah. That's what the music means. With the banging intro.
Yeah.
Doing it to him.
Look at that.
How we doing? How we doing? Welcome back. Shrimp Hours 19.
Correct.
Coming at you with a six-pack. What's up? I'm DriveThrough. Rusty's here. Slap's here. Ed's here. Cody's here. And we have a very special guest, Ryan Vargas, on the show for the first time. What's up?
Good morning. How are you?
Are you gonna explain the cat situation going on?
I thought Long Cat was our guest.
So, I bought like it goes on.
They really do. Oh my god.
It's like a whole ass body pillow.
Yeah, that's why like whenever I get mad at iRacing, I just kind of hold this for like a lap. Maya bought like 40 of these as a prank for somebody, and now they're just in our house, so I claimed one.
Nice.
As one
Usually, I'll start off the show by letting our guests introduce themselves. So, Ryan Vargas, who are you, and what do you do?
I am Ryan Vargas. I make annoying tweets on the internet, and I turn left a couple times and sometimes right.
Wow. All right. Glad to have you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Usually we do a segment to start off talking about what the heck kind of nonsense is going on Twitter. Usually there's some stuff going on in NASCAR Twitter. But this week, Twitter itself is kind of coming apart.
A funny man bought the Bird app.
And is driving it into the ground actively. And there's also like a mass panic. I forget what day it was, whether it was like Thursday night or Friday night.
It was Thursday night.
Everyone thought it was going down. Everyone's like, well, this is the end, guys. It was fun.
Well, like I didn't think it was the end, but I put out a tweet saying like, well, I hope that doesn't happen. And like I had like my comments were very split. And like a lot of people, like some people were saying like, oh, like yeah, this is crazy, this is bad. Others were, nah, don't believe the hype. And it's like, okay, I can understand both. You know what I mean? Because it's like that's just how it is. But then like there was one person who said Twitter is the best it's ever been. And I'm like,
No.
He's probably one of the weirdos that follows that guy.
like, I mean, and like I said, I mean, you know, I'm gonna remain unopinionated on the whole thing, but if you're gonna sit here and look at the state of the app itself today and say that it's the best it's ever been,
It's flawless.
I
Sorry.
don't know what to say to you, because you literally have people buying the check mark and cosplaying as like X celebrity or X brand.
Lily
Like,
diabetes.
didn't one company like lose billions?
Yeah, a
People
couple.
think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of them.
Like,
Yeah, Lockheed Martin.
yeah, like this isn't good. That's
Oh,
not-
did you see the Chiquita brands tweet?
Oh my god!
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
we've successfully overthrown the government of Brazil, and like the actual Chiquita brand had to come out. It's like, we have not overthrown a government since 1954.
Oh, it was a separate. No, that was a separate fake Chiquita account. There were two fake ones.
Beautiful. Oh, the
I thought
rabbit hole
the
goes
regular
deep.
just Chiquita one was real.
No, both of them
It was
were
like
fake.
Chiquita
Oh
official
my
was the real one.
god.
God.
Can't even tell anymore.
It's just that triangle Spider-Man meme of them all just pointing at one another.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like annoying too. Whenever like someone tagged me, and like I wish there was like a different colored check. You know what I mean? Fine, let people have checks, but color it differently. Because like someone tagged me and the account was like NASCAR something, and I was like, did NASCAR just tag me in a tweet? And then I looked at it, I was like, oh,
Yeah, it's
it
just
was
some
like a
kid.
fan made account.
AC underscore fan
Yeah,
91 or
if you
something like
actually
that.
go to their
500
profile-
letters.
If you go to the profile, it'll say official. It'll like give you like a second check mark.
Yeah,
in
but you have to
gray.
like but
but it's smaller.
you
It's only
can,
on,
Like,
like the
so
homepage.
few accounts have that.
You
Yeah.
can do the extra couple clicks where you go into the profile and then click the
Yeah,
check
but who
mark, and
wants to
it'll
do
tell you
that?
like whether it's bot or if it's official.
Yeah, and the whole reason why Elon did that is because he was like, "Oh, we need to make sure verified accounts are, under pay verification." It's like that backfired almost immediately.
It's
So if you hadn't
stupid.
fired like almost 4,000 people right at the outset, maybe one of them could have told you that was a bad fucking idea.
I did enjoy the chaos of it and just the absolute memery that occurred for
Yes.
those few days.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
in that
saying. Keep
respect- in that
bringing it on,
respect,
more
it was
chaos.
the best it had ever been. That was like a fun time to be on Twitter.
Yes,
But now
bring on
it's
the
just
chaos.
kinda
More chaos.
Sad. A lot of today was people like switching over to other similar platforms and being like, hey guys, follow me on here now.
Hive or
and I
whatever.
mean,
that is.
honestly,
Yeah, have y'all
I don't
gotten your
see that
Hive yet?
lasting.
Nope.
I don't think any of that's lasting.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
can see
going
that.
nowhere.
The way I realistically see it happening is Twitter just kind of exists as what it ends up being. You know, whether it's the pay for the check or whatever he does, people stay, and it gets, you know, it just exists as it is.
I ain't
On
going
the
anywhere.
small chance that it doesn't, then I mean, they risk closing. Plain
It's
and
like
simple.
it's like Facebook. Facebook's horrible. It's been horrible for a long ass time, but everyone's just on it.
Yeah, like everybody has a Facebook account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rarely use it anymore. I don't use Instagram. I mean, Twitter's the only thing I really use actively, so I ain't going anywhere.
I like Twitter. I enjoy the combination of like being an absolute bastard and just like memeing on everyone, but then also like legitimately getting career opportunities through Twitter on the same platform. What a funny system.
It's a good
Yeah,
platform.
it's really good for voice actors and artists because they can, you know, get their content out there way easier than they can on anything else. And I think there was one voice actor who said it's like 90% of his money comes through contacts he made on Twitter.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, same honestly.
I mean, that's how I know Davin, and that's how he does my paint schemes.
True. All
I know
right.
most of y'all.
You could sum that up as like the age-old debate of it's driving terrible right now. Nah, it's driving good.
It's pretty.
I just
damn
noticed
accurate.
Joey Logano's in the corner of your thing.
Oh yeah, he's always watching.
All right.
He's like a squinty little Santa up there.
He's like a ghost.
Just every week there's more stuff that gets added.
Look at that beautiful
Deep shrimp
balding
lore.
man.
All right. The next segment on the
Mr.
show is our very favorite one. It's time for Animal Planet.
Ooh.
Once again, thanks to Ben for making that wonderful banger.
Certified platinum.
Slap, you mentioned this week you wanted to bring something up on Animal Planet. I'm curious what it was.
Oh, I forgot I mentioned that. Yeah. Okay. So at UPS for Christmas season, starting in November the 1st all the way through the second week of January, we have helpers. These are people that are brought in. They go through a quick little training course. It takes like 3 hours.
Santa's
then-
little helpers.
Yeah, and then they're off and they meet us en route somewhere. Get on the truck. They run off packages while, you know, I stay in the back, sort everything, get the next package ready. And ideally, you can go from doing something like 30, 35 stops an hour to like 60 stops an hour. If you get it lined up, you got a good helper, you can like almost double your output.
Oh, okay.
I have not had a good helper this week.
Oh no.
Or the previous week. But first off, let's start with my buddy Connor, who does the downtown Greenville section, like actual, like on, you know, one main street, you know, right in the heart of downtown. It's a pretty unique route because you mostly just stay parked and you're just going back and forth from the truck, loading up a big cart and going here and there and everywhere.
Like the New York guys.
Yeah, so he had a good helper who was showing up. You know, kid was putting in work. He was a little rough around the edges, but you know, he was showing up to work every day. Thursday, he no call, no shows.
Oof.
Friday, they get a hold of him. He's in jail.
Trouble.
You want to know what the charge was?
Oh God, do we even want to know?
Attempted murder. He shot somebody.
Oh. The return to the death segment.
God damn. If there's any reason to no call, no show, I guess it's that.
I'm serious,
Wow.
dude. Like Connor, like hits me up. He's like, "You ain't gonna believe what happened to my helper."
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
No wonder he wasn't a good helper. Apparently, he had a lot on his mind.
He was a good helper because he was, you know, putting in work and he was like doing everything he needed to do and everything. But yeah,
I mean, not if he's no calling,
yeah,
no
well, not
showing.
anymore. Yeah.
That guy needs a new helper for the next 25 to life. That's not good. That's very bad.
Damn.
So I'll keep you posted on what his replacement helper ends up being. But
Sure.
I've had a different helper every day last week, and my helper today no called no showed, so that's awesome. But
Did he shoot somebody?
no,
I hope not.
What's he in for?
I don't know. But I have this one dude. He shows up. He gets out of the truck, and he's like, "Hey, are you so and so?" I'm like, "No, I'm on a different route." And then I call up the helper coordinators or whatever, and they've completely screwed up. So he was supposed to be on a different route, but that route took somebody else, and they're like, "Yeah, just take this guy. Just take Jonathan and just roll on." This dude is eaten up with poison ivy all up his face.
Oh.
He is kind of like mentally not all there because he's like completely checked out, talking in like incomplete sentences, like to the point where I don't even know how he has a driver's license. And he's double fisting these coffees. He's got 2 coffee cups, and he's like sitting down, and he's like, "Yeah, man, what are we doing today?" I was like, "We're out here delivering in this neighborhood, like right over here." And he's like, "All right, man. So what else are we doing today?" I was like, "We're just delivering, dude. Like, I don't know what else to tell you." so he starts like downing these coffees. About an hour later, he's done. And he's like, "Yeah, can you take this stop? I need to take a break." I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I run that one off. He's in the back of the truck, has closed the bulkhead door behind him. He comes out, he takes both coffee cups, pours out piss right onto somebody's driveway.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, "Dude, you
God.
can't. You can't do it." He's like, "What, man? I gotta go." I was like, "At least put it in like the bush. Don't like dump it in his fucking driveway."
Don't disrespect the bush like that.
Ow.
And so he takes 3 more piss breaks that day. Does it
In the truck.
same thing?
I wonder why.
Yeah, just
drunk?
and then like gets out and just dumps it out into the driveway or the road or whatever, like right in front of God and everybody. Not even trying to be subtle about it.
In front of God and everybody.
This
And
is a
dude,
new level.
this dude
of
was like
animal.
this dude. God, he moved like a fucking glacier. Like we should have been able to do 50, 60 stops an hour. After 3 hours, we had 70 done.
Oh boy.
After sundown, I let him go. I'm like, "Thanks for all your help, dude," and all that. And I gave him like his hours, gave him his time card and all that. And I did more stops per hour in the dark by myself than I did with him.
And you
Yeah.
didn't dump any piss coffee cups on people's driveways. too.
I wasn't dumping piss into people's fucking driveways.
Jesus Christ. I did not expect it.
You know,
wait,
Cody's
so-
car.
So in those UPS trucks, isn't there like cabinets in there, or like drawers, or like how are they?
No,
laid
it's
out?
just there's just shelves front to back, and there's 2 sets of shelves on either side. You got unfortunately packages in the floor that hopefully doesn't get pissed on.
Yeah,
Jesus
It
Christ.
just
Yeah, if
hides
you
an
ordered
empty
from-
cardboard box.
Yeah, if you order from UPS recently, if you notice little yellow driblets on your box, well, wonder no further.
Yeah, I'm gonna question every wet package I ever get from now on to the end of time.
Hey, you could get the HelloFresh boxes with the leaky meat inside.
Mm.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ, that's a concoction.
I don't know
Mix those
why
two
people
together.
order stuff that has raw meat from HelloFresh. Like you do realize that stuff sits in that warehouse for the whole weekend, right? Cooking in that warehouse in the middle of the summer, and then on Monday it finally moves.
Is it not in like a?
They could put dry ice in it, and it's like insulated, but that could only do so much.
You think they don't have refrigerator units in warehouses?
No.
Listen, this is the same company that's using
Don't
like
bother.
monkey labor while it's chained up and stuff. This is not a good. Like, they're not running a good organization out there.
Oh yeah, what was
Remember
that
that?
story? I heard
I
about
posted
that.
that article. Yeah, one of their areas got busted with monkeys with chains on them picking coconuts and stuff, like doing the work for HelloFresh.
They were yeah.
Yes, I do remember. I do remember seeing that article. I do remember seeing that article.
That is real. I swear.
HelloFresh accused of using coconut milk obtained from monkey labor.
There it is.
There are pictures of monkeys on chains picking coconuts.
Listen, if you're using monkey
That is
labor, we can't
terrible.
support you.
That is
We can't-
terrible. We need to free those
Is that
things.
any different than
We need to-
having a cow?
we need to
hooked
bring a
up into
stop.
machine,
Who's doing this?
just
We need
sucking
to
the
bring a.
milk out of it.
We need to bring a stop to this immediately. HelloFresh, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Wow, how is that not being talked about?
Well, it is. They're writing articles, but it's
cutting edge reporting here on Shrimp Powers Presents is where this is being talked about.
none of us are sponsored by HelloFresh, unlike the other NASCAR shills.
We can say what we want because no one
we
gives
know
us
where
money.
our morals are.
By the way, this stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
NordVPN.
This stream is brought to you by the Qatari World Cup.
Oh,
we only had
jeez.
6,500 migrants die constructing these stadiums.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was watching a lot of that.
If
like,
you
right
drink a
before
beer,
this started.
it's game over over there. They'll put you down.
Ugh.
Yeah, apparently they said they were going to allow beer at the World Cup only inside the stadiums. And then
they've done that
two
with other
days
sporting
before they
events.
started, they reversed their decision.
Oh,
So what's the rule there? Like, is that a law? Like, there's no beer there?
Yeah, it's a Muslim country, so there's no alcohol, no pork.
Wow.
One guy got bought for trying to bring pork, like pork jerky or spam or something.
It's probably
Like,
slap a bacon into the
Yeah,
I was about to say,
caught up in
slap. You wouldn't.
customs.
You wouldn't
Imagine
survive without canned meat.
If I didn't have spam and beer, like I'm not fucking going.
Slab's doing
I'm just
60
saying,
years
if you
in
get
Qatar.
tackled for having spam, I'm just imagining the wand at the gate, and they're like, "Oh shit, he has spam."
Yeah,
Pork,
Slap's
he's got meat.
Slap's gonna go to
Sorry.
Qatar with beer and canned ham, end up getting captured and
He's gonna get
Oh,
harvesting
caned.
coconut milk for HelloFresh.
Yo,
They're gonna get sentenced to.
here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm
In
gonna
jail,
rent
they
a C.
just-
I'm gonna rent a C-130 and I'm gonna like fly it over Qatar. I'm just gonna have like a pallet full of spam,
No.
just like throwing them out the back.
Jesus.
I'm gonna
Christ.
carpet bomb Qatar with spam.
This is what you've been missing out on, people. Just tossing them.
That's a
spam.
war
Just
crime.
imagining
That-
Slap going through security. They open his suitcase and just meat cans fall out.
Tons of meat.
Vienna
Tons of
sausage,
meat.
spam, everything.
Tons of meat.
Do you have that video we can show really
boot.
quickly?
Oh
Just so
God,
people
hold
know
on.
It's in the it's not that far up in the Road America chat. So you should be
Yeah.
able to
Oh,
find it
tons of
quickly.
meat.
Yeah,
Tons of meat. Yeah.
Oh,
the Shrimp Powers original right there.
it's in the Road America chat, and it shouldn't be too far up.
oh God.
Why is
Well,
that-
Preparation is key, ladies and gentlemen.
But I have to find it on like Twitter or browser or something where I can play it.
I remember
God.
running Road America and just eating nothing but like little sausages the entire week.
Vienna sausages.
Johnsonville sausages.
Like no, it's like these little it's like these beef sticks. It's
Mm.
like they're like I don't
You
know,
steal those
it-
from Slap.
dude.
Oh,
I don't know,
attention.
but they were really good. And like because so something that I learned very quickly is our choices at the track are either barbecue or whatever else gets brought.
No produce, no vegetables, no greens.
So I was just like, okay, I'm whatever comes in, I'm
DT,
eating.
if you look at my profile, you look up Rusty, why you bully me? That should come up.
Yeah,
I
there's
gotta find the meat video.
there's no
Yeah,
better
that's the meat video.
Oh,
There's-
you tweeted it. Okay, I was looking
Yeah.
for it on Rusty's.
there's no better snacking material at Road America than some good old meat, as Slap can attest to.
Oh, he loves like a 6-pound bag of pistachios.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oops, that's the wrong thing.
Rusty
we
raided the
go.
tent while Slap was gone one time and exposed him.
Here it is.
Tons of meat. Just tons of meat.
Oh my god.
Is that DT laughing in the back?
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
That's all he brought. That's all he brought.
This is
seven or 6 different kinds of snackable meats, I think.
This is Slap's bed in his tent in Road America.
Vienna sausage, Slim Jim,
Jerky.
bacon jerky, spam,
More
different
sausage.
kind of Vienna sausages, different kind of spam.
The king hat
such a
really
good
finishes
video.
it off for me.
Just tons of meat. God
Still got
damn.
that king cat, by the way.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I love
it's
it.
alive and well.
All right. Cody, you went to a dirt track again this week. Where the hell were you?
Down in Boyd's Speedway, down in Georgia / Tennessee. The border literally cuts through the track property, which is pretty cool.
That
But,
was pretty cool.
Oh,
It
they
was
had
just-
a NASCAR Cup race there back in 1957, I think.
Oh, really?
Damn, you should pull that out. Damn.
Dude, he's looked at that racing reference list so many times that that just
Oh, you
proved
said
it.
Boyd Speedway. You said it was like right on the border. I was like, I know where that is. I know that.
Just looking at it where it was kind of just in like rural upper Georgia. I was just kind of expecting it to just be kind of not run down, but just like an older, just smaller facility. It was actually surprisingly up to date facility wise, and it was like a nice place. But to segue from Slap's first story about unsanitary way to dispose of your urine. Yeah,
Oh,
Just-
nice.
this track, just the one thing it needs to do is update its bathrooms because if you'll, I sent you the DM on Twitter. Yeah, it's the
That's a bathroom?
What?
What are you supposed to do?
in the
Wait,
back.
the room.
In the back, they have like 4 stalls, which are
Is it
actually
a
decent.
piss
New
shelf?
toilets, new sinks. But yes, they don't even have troughs. It's literally just a literal ledge.
It's a bench.
Oh
It's
my
a
God,
ledge
it's
with
the
a
piss shelf.
drain on either side with a little
Oh
tiny
my
lip that
God.
like barely stops the stuff from spilling over. Those pipes on either side of the wall just have like a hole like every foot or so that just dribbles out water to like have it direct
Oh
towards
my
the drain.
God.
Yeah. Like that's not that's not even a trough. Yeah, that's
No, hey guys, I can see somebody walking in there and be like,
And
"Man, I'm tired. I
sitting
need to take
down.
a seat."
Yo, yeah. Oh,
someone comes back from the bathroom with a wet ass. It's like, uh-oh, Jerry sat down on the
on the piss bench.
This makes the fucking trough and Hickory look like a 5-star.
I was about to say, yeah.
I just want to make it clear though, Boyd Speedway, it was a great facility. It was everything else is very up to date and the people were super nice, but yeah, just the
But they
bathroom.
piss on a bench.
Yeah, just
The
avoid
back half.
bench.
The back half was fine. Like the urinals,
Yeah, like it
or
looks like a
excuse me,
normal restaurant.
the stalls and toilets and sinks are all like fairly new. Just rip out whatever that is and just throw in some urinals. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That is
It literally
hilarious.
it looks like a pool changing room with benches. But then you
And you-
look and they're all
And you can
wet.
see it's just
I could
like
see so,
angled.
yes.
It's just like
Oh.
angled to keep the stuff out. There's like not even like a lip to like keep like
And you
the-
can see it hasn't worked very well.
Oh no! Oh, don't
Just
do that.
based on the
Oh, man,
stains
don't
on
do
the
it to
I
him.
like,
We're talking about
I like
that's-
how the one in the far right corner, whoever that was, just gave up
What are you talking about? That's clean enough to
on the
over
floor.
there?
Oh my god!
That is some
burned through.
acidic urine right there.
Right there. Someone didn't see the stalls and needed to go number 2 is what that looks like.
Jesus Christ.
We need a stat on how many
Yeah,
people yearly
look
sit
at the
on it.
paint. Look at the paint peeling like down low. Like the acidic urine is just
Yeah,
peeling
it's-
the paint.
It's the ammonia just peeling it off.
Because this paint's just getting splashed with piss water constantly. Someone goes in the corner too.
Pisswasser.
Look at the corner.
Oh my god.
It's eating away the foundation. That's eating away the grout. That whole
That is
corner's gonna
literally-
collapse.
That is that place's version of the little ladybug in the urinal.
That's so sad. Not
That's
good.
awesome.
Like they just pasted some sprint car thing up here too.
Yeah, like
Great
Sunday,
place.
Sunday, while you're taking a piss on the piss bench. What are
Back
we
by
doing?
popular
Piss
demand.
bench.
Despite what you see with the bathroom,
Piss
I had a
bench.
great time at the track.
I like how the right one is slightly longer than the left one too.
Well, the left is like where the door is, the doorway. Like that's where the walkway
Walking in
coming
the
is.
piss room.
Yeah.
If I walked in there, I wouldn't have thought that that was a piss bench.
I
Just
legit,
would've
like-
kept walking.
If I walked in there, I'd
does it
turn around and
smell?
walk back
Oh my
out.
God.
It honestly
Yeah, I'm
smelled
gonna
like
go
a
piss in
normal
a
bathroom.
bench.
I'll piss my damn pants before I piss on that bench. Are you kidding me?
It honestly didn't smell any worse than a normal bathroom. But yeah, I walked in. I think I legit just did a double take when I walked in. Like I stopped and paused. Like,
I'd rather go out to the woods and just piss in a bush.
no, trust me. I went into the stalls. It's like I'll do a trough if I have to, but if we got a bench and there's like 4 empty stalls back there, it's like no, I'll take the stall. Thank you very much.
Or I'd piss in the double coffee cups before I did that.
Jesus Christ. Why
Yeah,
is this
drastic
turned into
measures
a
got to be taken here.
And get
piss
this,
podcast?
it was cold as shit. It was like 40 degrees, and I still washed my hands. You hear that
True.
slap?
Bam.
Wash your
I
hands.
wanted to wash my hands at Hickory. It's just the fucking soap dispensers didn't work.
Then bring some sanitizer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That
stores
is
are
a good
giving that
point.
shit away now. They don't want that shit anymore.
Wash your fucking hands, slap.
Hey, bring a
Ryan,
can
do you
of
have any
Lysol.
do you have any Animal Planet worthy stories? They don't have to be about piss. That's not a requirement.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there's a few, especially with my experience going to, racetracks through campgrounds. You see things. The Boulevard will. If you are a boy waiting to become a man, you go to the Boulevard, and you see things. Like I'm amazed. Like the TV broadcast gets so like is able to not accidentally show something. Like,
Oh, they will someday.
one day there's gonna be something that
They'll
sneaks
pan to the
through.
infield and you'll see some woman just.
But
Wasn't there a
so,
race in Michigan back in the day where they saw that?
Maybe.
Probably.
No, there was a
It's
Kyle
about
Busch
people.
thing with
I believe it.
with a thing attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But so my first experience camping, I was 13 at Fontana. By the way, Fontana camping is on the same level as like Michigan camping with how like crazy it is. Because I heard Michigan's pretty crazy. So like I would put it like on par with them because I know Michigan's like right below the speedways. So like Fontana's right there with it. And these happen in the same day. So first thing we do is we start off some kids that are camped out next to us. They bring those are like plastic BMX ramps that you could buy at like Target.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So they're setting these up and setting up little gap jumps. And it's like, like a 2-foot gap, easy stuff. Kids are jumping up and down down it. And then one kid's like, I'm gonna keep jumping it, keep spreading it apart. And we're like, okay. So they keep spreading it, and finally get to a point where it is like ungodly long. Like nobody can make it. He goes, jumps, angles too far forward. His front tire lands on the edge of the lip. And I mean, full face first, just on the gravel. And Scorpion, everything, drug his face in.
Tried to jump the cheeseburger and didn't work.
He landed so hard on his face. I felt so bad for the kid. I was like 13 at the time, and I was like, I just saw something critical right now. And then it didn't end there. That night, we're wandering around the Fontana Boulevard because basically the whole campground's a boulevard. And I mean, it's crazy there. And I knew it was crazy when we walk out there. And there's a guy drunk in a tutu.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Oh no.
That's it.
Oh no.
Riding a tricycle.
Oh no.
And you're 13?
Like, I think he was it was like a dare, like he was like out in that area, but I'm like, oh. And that was
You wind up on a list doing something like that.
I think he was he had like underwear on.
Okay.
But it was like,
Okay.
he had like underwear on.
Good call, sir.
Yeah. He had underwear on, thank goodness, yes. But it was like, you good. Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was my first like real true NASCAR camping experience. Like, he had underwear, but I was like, okay, so this is what's happening. And
yeah, in that situation, having underwear on is the difference between just a fun prank and you sit next to Slap's coworker, awaiting charges.
And he was, and he kept saying, like he was on, like I said, he was on the trike in his tutu, and this was the night after Kyle Busch won, and he said, he kept saying, Kyle Busch is a bitch the entire time.
My hero.
Is that the 2013 spring race you're talking about
Yes.
when Denny and
Yeah. Oh no, I was
wrecked
12
each
at
other?
the time. Yeah.
Oh, was it 12?
Yeah. No, I was 12. It was 2013.
Okay. Yeah, it was the 2013 race. I just
It was
wanted
great.
some context for when that was.
Classic.
Yep.
It's a legendary race too. I'm jealous you were there. Dude.
Yeah, I was in turn 4 when they like entered, and I'm like, oh wow, and then like I saw smoke, and I'm like, oh. And that was
real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Denny Hamlin broke his back.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I didn't see that part. I remember like after the race, like I got invited to like I said, I was 12, so you get dragged along to a lot of things. I got invited to like Benihana for some reason, and like they had on the corner like the screen of the TV, and it showed the race, like the like Sports Center video, and like the entire time 12-year-old me was like, I was there.
I've never been to a Benihana before, and I really want to go to one.
They're
I don't know
cool.
what that is. I
looks
don't
so
think we
fun.
have those.
Hibachi, like
It's
where
like
they cook
hibachi,
the food in front of you.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But it was kinda like-
I see
Oh,
I
he's
see it. I
dead.
got it.
He's getting a pizza.
But yeah, that's my animal story, and there's a lot. there's a lot that I've seen that like
You
I
still
think.
see like stuff now?
Oh,
like-
heck yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like the COVID time obviously kind of took away
Yeah.
like some
Suppress
stuff.
the animals.
Yeah, and then now that we're
Temporarily.
back, now that everything's back in order,
Back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
it's like I
Full
remember,
strength.
like you'll be at like Daytona. Oh, here's a good one. This was recent. The
Oh.
August race.
You can get a hot dog, did
You
you?
drive in, you go down the little road at Daytona, and there's a like an inflatable pool, and it's like, all right, cool. Like you get in an inflatable pool. This thing was green.
Oh,
And I saw
my
somebody
god.
chilling in the corner.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Don't worry, that's just the yellow pea mixing with the blue chlorine. It's science.
It
No,
was
no, he
Jesus
makes
Christ.
Jello with it,
bad.
green Jello.
like it wasn't like that disgusting, but it was like to the point where it was like
You don't you don't sit in it. Like
yeah, it was to the point where it was like greenish, kind of hazy looking. Like
Oh,
Oh my! Forget the piss bench. That's a piss pool. That's
There's just
dope.
algae actively growing in some kiddie
it's
pool.
animal soup is what that is.
it is animal
and
soup.
and the thing is, they kept it like that the entire weekend. Like they didn't empty it. So like I remember leaving the track.
Oh,
I remember leaving the track, like I just finished sixth, like hell yeah, I'm going by and I see the kiddie pool still sitting there, not empty. I didn't go look, I didn't go check if it was still green because I'm not worried about that, but it's still full, so you would assume.
There's mosquito
Just
larvae like
imagine-
swimming around in it.
You're being like, oh yeah, we got 6. All right. Oh god. Oh,
Oh, God.
Seeing the gross pool
Ruin
on the
the
way
mood.
out. God damn. All right. That was Animal Planet.
Animal
Probably got a little bit more full every time somebody got in, if you know what I mean.
Jesus
Bro.
Christ.
Yeah,
That's
that's,
that third arm water.
I never even inquired about that. What are we live on it?
I've never heard that term before.
What term?
Third arm water.
Oh,
I've never heard
Jesus
that before.
Christ.
Third
Yeah,
arm
listen.
water.
I live around some third arm water. That's how I know.
God.
Oh,
All right. Next segment.
My stomach hurts from giggling.
Jesus Christ. All right. Next up is the media check-in. What movies, television programs, or video games have you been partaking in the last week? What are we up to?
Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone came out. It was a bit of a mess on the first day. Everything was broken. Everything was broken. Kind of fun. I'm still ass at it. Yeah.
I'm gonna play some once this podcast.
I
is
got
done.
back into Among Us recently.
Ooh.
Ooh.
VR. or
Yes.
just regular?
No, not just regular. Like we were like because we hadn't played it in months,
Yeah.
and then we got back on it, and like it was like me, Haim, and a couple other our buddies, and we were just yelling at each other. I love Among Us so much because you just
Yeah.
it's good. It's a good laugh.
You
I'm
don't
not
have to.
allowed to play Among Us anymore, apparently, with these guys.
You're not allowed to play
Why?
most games with us because he's too good. He's too good. He
No,
makes it not fun.
he just sits in the monitor room and he just checks cameras the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
It's strategy.
And then Rusty, when he's the imposter, he fucking sucks at it. He's like, dude, you are the sussest person, dude. It's so obvious.
No,
Rusty,
no,
Rusty he's an honest good boy. He can't tell a lie.
Rusty-
Rusty killed
like,
Among Us
I
by
can't
lying
see
to Ed's face.
That's true. I did get bamboozled, and that killed Among Us in our group.
We haven't
that's
played
true.
since.
It's been years. There are good and bad memories associated with it. in
Yeah,
this game.
I had to betray Ed to kill the game.
We might have to get it in VR. I'd love to try the VR.
VR looks
Dude,
crazy.
VR.
Because I've seen some videos of it. It looks hilarious.
Yeah,
Seen
you
a
don't have
video
to
of
pull
people
it up.
chasing kids in VR.
Yes, I was just going to say that. That guy that's just run, just running. And the kid's like screaming and.
When the little kids like do the animation of slamming the button too is so hilarious too, and then they just wail.
They're all like crying at the same time, like when they go to the meeting room.
The proximity chat is hilarious. And
Yeah, have you seen the two little kids are like, do you know how to send friend requests? It's like, oh, and then like the one like adult dude's like, oh, is this kid right here? Is this your friend? Like, yeah, we're basically friends. And you just like fucking murders the other kid.
Knifes him.
And the kid just starts like crying. He calls an emergency meeting, and you just see like his little Mogus dude, and he's just like crying, like it's him, it's the imposter.
It'd be so easy for that dude to turn. It's like, no, this kid's the imposter. He's just turn it on him and just have him.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Booted out to space.
He sent him out to space.
Eat space, bitch.
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah, it could be like Princess Leia's corpse floating through space eternally.
No, don't even bring that up. Don't even start me on that. I'm gonna get pissed.
Sorry, what were we saying, Ryan?
It is one of those like guilty pleasures watching videos like that of just like people pranking these kids in games they shouldn't be playing.
Used to watch the original Modern Warfare 2 versions of that stuff like 10 years ago. They've been doing this in the streets for a long time.
Yeah.
They added proximity chat into Warzone, but like it doesn't like come from the direction where the people are talking. So it's like when you just get close to someone, you just hear like people talking to each other like in your ears. It's really weird.
Oh, it's not like directional or like
no,
fake?
It's not directional, which is I think kind of silly. But like I guess they don't want it to like give people away or be like a huge gameplay advantage. It's just weird.
Hey, bring it to Fall Guys next. It'll revive that game
Yeah.
to a whole new level.
Dude, I wanted to tweet out today verbatim. I love Fall Guys so much, but if they ever get voice chat, I will get canceled immediately.
Yeah, yelling at kids on that game that would be my new favorite pastime.
There's a new season of Fall Guys coming out, by the way, and that'll actually mean that I've hardly touched season 2 or whatever.
Is there?
Yeah,
tomorrow.
there's one coming. Yeah, literally tomorrow.
Are we playing?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I will be.
Fall Guys Friday is back.
I'm playing Warzone tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck Fall Guys.
Anything else we've been playing this week? Did any games come out? I didn't actually write anything down, so as usual, I'm prepared.
I do a lot of Beam. That's it.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, we got to convince Ben, but we're trying to set up our own BeamMP server.
Ooh.
Yeah, we gotta get that thing up and running.
I am in to stream some stuff there.
Yeah, stream or whatever. Yeah,
so we want to do like monster truck stuff, NASCAR stuff. Dude, there's a Gen 6 Camaro that came out I think like a few months ago.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that one. I want to get it. It looks awesome.
It wrecks
really
well.
I watched. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. I watched these like it come up on my feed and I have to watch it. It's like NASCAR, like BeamNG NASCAR crash compilations.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
This is tight. This is sick.
Is that Crash Manharo guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
slaps. And he has them set so like they could blow over too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is cool. Yeah, I'm that kid that grew up watching Crash Comps, and now I grew up to be the guy in them.
These things happen.
Dude, you have no
You either
no
die
idea.
a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the Crash Comp.
like, thank God I don't crash a lot, but like, I remember the first time I saw myself in a Crash Comp.
It was been like, oh no.
And I'm like, this is so tight.
That's sick.
There's this like video of just Xfinity cars like flipping, hitting walls, and then there cuts to a clip of me getting absolutely annihilating Justin Haley at Pocono with metalcore in the background. I'm just like, yeah.
Dude, imagine telling like
Face
young
sucks for
Ryan
me.
Vargas like you were gonna be in the video.
And I remember like, I don't know how I feel about that.
If I remember correct, I think there was a couple years ago in one of my NR Crash comps, I had your car in one of them.
Yes.
I remember seeing you comment. It's like, hey, hell yeah, I've
Yeah, I
finally
was
made
so
it. And I was like,
stoked.
hey, sick, Vargas is commenting.
Yeah, you made an
Oh, yeah.
NR video, and it was like, I think it was when I drove the 15 car or something like that.
It
was
it
either-
was a couple
yeah.
years ago, something.
And like, I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh my God. Someone made my car an NR.
And then crashed it.
Yeah, and then crashed it.
And then recorded it and uploaded it to YouTube.
And got
And
a
I was
bunch of videos, views.
Heck yeah, come on.
Imagine if I went back in time, told young Ryan Vargas, like, look, in 2021 at Daytona, people are going to be chanting your name. because you're gonna get the car out of the mud.
Yeah, dude, it was actually so funny.
I was in the stands when that happened. Like the whole like crowd just like erupts. Like, yeah, let's go.
I actually was able to hear it. That's the crazy thing. I
That's
could actually
awesome.
hear it.
Hell yeah.
Like that was a very rare moment where I could hear, because there's a point where I like when I whip it around and I'm like kind of sitting there for like a half second. The RPMs are really low and I could just, and I'm like, oh, that's tight. And I could like see, because obviously I'm going slow, I could see like people like doing this, and I'm like, cool.
They were
Core
pumping.
memory right there.
That is a core memory.
I'm trying to pull up a video, but I can't find it in my quick Twitter searches.
Is it?
By the
Is
way,
it
if you pull that video up, by the way, like, I think I put it on Twitter recently, but you could see my hands in the car just.
whipping it around?
And then I'm also like, at one point I take both hands off the wheel and you see me like telling them to push me, and they didn't see me.
Damn.
Push me, damn it.
We did.
Like I was trying everything. That is such like an iconic moment for me. That is my claim to fame.
That's pretty damn cool.
That's a pretty solid moment, Dad.
Nothing performance wise. No, I got out.
Here we
of
go.
the mud.
I got it.
You got it.
All right.
Check general in 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. All right. So now we have context, so people can see what the hell we're talking about. If
All
people
right,
if
give me
people
a
don't know the
second.
reference,
They better.
Juan's gonna be stoked with this free publicity here.
Yeah, we get like 200 people who watch this podcast every week. Here we go.
So, like, if you watch my because you can see my hands, like the gloves.
and this was
Oh,
like a
yeah.
pile up, and like you spun to avoid, right, and just got stuck
Yeah.
on the grass. You
I
didn't hit
spun to
anything.
avoid.
Oh yeah, you can see those white gloves in there like Carl Edwards.
Right about here is when it starts spraying.
Come on. I think I can.
yeah.
That was a nice
And
little
stick,
turn.
yeah,
Sickle
sick
182.
Dude, I was proud of that little whip at the end.
That's awesome. Seeing the gloves go just all over
Dude,
the
like
place.
I'm telling you, dude, I was working the wheel as much as I possibly could, because like I knew I just had to keep the momentum. Like once it started creeping forward, I was like, all right, I gotta keep digging.
It's all about that
And-
mow.
It was bad, man.
Hey, some
That
very famous names have gotten stuck in that Daytona mud. Richard Petty, Donnie Allison.
Yeah, that's right. What do they got on me?
Richard Petty, Donnie Allison, Ryan Vargas.
Washed.
How many of them actually got out? How many of them actually got the car out? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Hey, Donnie Allison only got out because somebody pushed him. Ryan Vargas did it all on his own.
Someone was I put that video on Twitter, and not Twitter, TikTok, and someone commented, like, do you need to like not give so much throttle and stuff? I'm like, dude, I'm on slicks.
Yeah, bro. He's telling a race
Got
car how
out.
to drive, bro. What are we doing?
Just telling you how to drive.
You're just telling me how to get out of the mud.
Yeah, buddy. I don't tell you how to tweet. You don't tell me how to drive.
Yeah. I was like, damn, son. I got
feel
out.
like that's a very like TikTok comment. I don't know what
It
it is
is.
about TikTok, but I see so many like
Everybody on TikTok is an expert.
not
So,
like
like-
negative comments, but like people like
No,
telling you
people
what
just
to
are
do.
out of pocket on TikTok. Dude, I get someone made a comment because of like my cranial thing, one of my eyebrows is higher than the other, as you
Yeah.
kind of tell. And like this one, the camera's mirrored, this one. And so someone made a comment, it was like his face, and it had like a distorted like emoji face. And I was like, you are a dick.
Animal.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
Animal
That's an
Planet
animal.
right
That's
there.
an
Get him
animal
out of
planet.
here.
Yeah.
I
Ban
was
him.
like, man.
Welcome to Band World.
Yeah, welcome to the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok commenters do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not on.
Bring
TikTok
back
at the
bullying, though.
moment.
We gotta beat these kids.
Just
to
for
the-
the stories and those comments I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, I still
Give
haven't
him the
posted
lead
anything
pipe
on
special.
Jesus Christ. I still haven't posted anything on the TikTok I made
Soup,
last
believe they
week,
call it.
but maybe I will.
I like that. I like I liked your response to that one guy on Twitter, Davin.
That
He
got
said,
one
like,
point.
Oh yeah, the guy who
The
Hey,
guy who
pal.
posted your clip and got 1 million views, it was just like,
and
yeah, I'm so
showing off
thankful
about
for
it on
this.
Twitter.
He's like, I'm so happy about this. It's like,
Since this
okay,
is booming, I'll plug my own stuff.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
I
went in the
read-
comments of his own TikTok and he was like, "Oh, you know, you should follow me on my Twitch and I stream there." And I'm like,
Followed by SoundCloud.
"This is me." That's what inspired me to make an account as that kid.
I read that tweet in
Um,
my head in your voice that, hey, pal.
Hey pal, try making your own content next time. That kid, by the way, deleted that tweet and hasn't said a thing. So
Good.
God,
Maybe
I'm
learn.
Seeing ya. Welcome to
bullied.
Ban World.
Yep.
um,
Welcome to
All right.
Fan Mail.
I was about to say the next segment on the show.
gonna play a song.
in your fucking mail. Wash your fucking
hand slap.
in your fucking mail. Send them in, guys. Wash your fucking hands, slap. I don't give a fuck, man. You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail.
At this point.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
What a
We gotta get
banger!
Ben a record deal. Really, he needs to. We gotta get this man Capitol Records or something.
Once again, thanks to Ben, all the music. What a great guy. All right,
Love Ben.
We got some emails this week. Oh, remember, friends, you want to send in emails? Ask your questions. Unless they're stupid, we'll read them on the show. But if they're stupid, we won't.
unless they're stupid.
ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Yeah, those are the
We
rules.
screen almost all the emails.
That's a
yeah.
lie. That is a bold-faced lie.
No, he screens them. He screens them as
I
he's
screen
reading
them
them
as I
live on the
read
show.
them, and if they're stupid, I won't read them. All right.
He'll just
Simple as
stop
that.
halfway through the email. It's like,
All right.
Yeah, we'll call it stupid and just move on. That's how we do.
Yeah.
I have a dumb question.
Yeah.
Is this live anywhere? Or are we...
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought we were live because I was like, wait, I was like looking at Twitter, like, where's the stream?
No, he's
Like,
recording.
No.
He's recording.
This is going up tomorrow afternoon,
Heck yeah.
which means if horrible things happen, we edit them out.
Yeah.
AKA if
There's a
Slap
couple.
says something
there's
cancelable.
been a couple edits. You don't know about them though. No one
I
knows
don't
about
want.
them.
I don't need to know about them.
Jesus Christ! All right, well, we're going to the fan mail. All right, first email comes in
Let's send them in, guys.
Slap's
from,
an FBI plant
from
confirmed.
Andrew from Australia.
Oh, our husband. Did we ever get any net off of this guy?
No, I don't. Did we ask him?
Cozy never got Ned, so I don't think
couldn't
Ned
find
exists.
Ned.
Yeah, this is a rich energy situation. Are we
Yeah.
gonna
I don't
acknowledge
think
this
Ned
or what?
exists.
It
does not
Net
exist.
product. Yeah.
They had like Ned cocktails at the Bathurst 1000.
No, yeah. I mean, you don't have to pull up the picture, but
I mean-
that picture he posted, it's one cocktail he posted. They had with the Ned liquor, and everything else on their menu just had nothing to do with Ned.
Yeah,
Like it was this little
Yeah,
Ned
it's
pop-up
garbage.
concession stand. They had one little like Ned and Coke, and then everything else they had was just completely.
What
Yeah,
is-
that doesn't-
Wait,
Yeah,
is
I
Ned
feel
like
like-
a certain liquor or something?
yeah.
it's-
We need
it's
to
like a
explain
whiskey.
to Ryan
the,
what
the
Ned
packaging
is,
looks exactly like Jack Daniels. It's like black with like white trim
but it's
around
Australian.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, there he is. There's Ned.
Oh, it's such a good looking
so
car.
they have
yo,
this
that thing's tight though.
in V8 Supercars. They have
That
this
thing
car
is
sponsored
awesome.
by Ned. It looks sick. They have like the cola cocktail
Yo.
version,
But it's not real. It's fake.
but we can't find it. We've been trying to get Ned imported. Cozy literally went to Australia and he couldn't find Ned. And we
If you
want it just
have-
because these cars are sick.
If you are out there and you have even seen Ned sitting on a shelf somewhere, please let us know. We need to know.
If you
Yeah.
find, we need a photo of Ned that you took. Send it in. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. We need your Ned.
Put like a
Send in your
post-it
Ned.
note
We
next to
need
it
your
that says
Ned.
shrimp hours. That way we know you actually
we
took
need-
the photo.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need the Ned.
And yeah, like Ed said, it's quickly becoming like a rich energy situation where we're thinking it's just a fake.
I had a
brand.
can of Rich
all
Energy,
about
by the way.
Publicity.
Oh,
Oh,
I had a can of it.
Forbidden elixir.
how'd you get that?
A monster with a different label.
Someone
slapped
bought
on
it. I think I was hanging
Or
out
Red
with
Oh, they
Elijah,
bought the case.
Elijah Burke. Like he bought a case of it,
Ooh.
and
Yeah, I
I
remember
tried
that
it.
was the only thing you could get.
I tried it. It was good.
Yes.
It was really good.
Rusty's
Did
a
you
big
touch
Rich
the
Energy
face of
fan.
God?
Big
Like
fan.
it was
Big fan.
actually pretty solid. Like it kind of tasted like it tasted like if you took a Red Bull and kind of like tweaked some of like the flavors, just like
Okay.
17%.
Added a little monster to it.
Like I don't know, like maybe,
Yeah, they just
maybe
poured
made it,
both
like,
of those in a can.
but it was really good. Like I was surprised.
All right.
Do you get you zooted? Do you get you zooming?
No, I drink.
it's like-
I drink
Nah.
like, dude. I used to drink Bang Energy a lot.
Oh,
And so
well,
like,
Damn.
if I drink like a Red Bull,
my
that's like
condolences.
a. Yeah, they went bankrupt. Did y'all
Yeah,
see
that's,
that?
that's why I said
What?
that.
Yeah, because like
We
all
lost
these people were
Monster
drinking
Random-
like Bang and
Monster
they
got
were
rid
having
of
their
them?
heart
Oh.
stopped.
No, well, no, it wasn't that. Monster sued them.
Yeah, I didn't know they were gone.
What? They don't have enough of a stranglehold on the energy drink business. We got to kill our
Don't have
competitors
enough of a stranglehold as they do on the hearts of their consumers.
But now I drink. I started drinking like Ghost Energy. They have like Sour Patch Kid flavor.
Oh yeah, the Warheads
Oh my God.
flavor. Yeah.
Highly recommend. That stuff is really good.
I love me some Sour Patch Kids. Probably a third of this belly is Sour Patch Kids.
Mm.
These things happen. All right. Time to actually read an email. First one comes in from Andrew from Australia. He says, "Afternoon, all y'all. This is an entry for Animal Planet. I was at Eastern Creek Speedway on Saturday night, where they had V8 dirt mods, sprint cars, B. I don't know what that means.
Dude,
and
I want to
fender
go to a
benders.
sprint car race in Australia sometime. I hear the midget and sprint car scene in Australia is just nuts.
Yeah.
Right,
And
sorry,
walking
go
around the paddock after the event, I saw something feral. There was a bucket on the ground next to a power pole with
Bucket
a
of
sign
chicken.
saying "dump bucket."
Oh my.
Next to it was a stick with a roll of toilet paper.
Oh.
This is
Forgive
out in
me
the
if I
open?
do not want to shake hands with royalty after they've sat on the throne. Thank you from Andrew R.
It's still better bathroom than Boyd Speedway.
Yeah, what's this the human waste
Nah,
episode
no.
for? What happened here?
Yeah, why is the one episode I'm here? Y'all are talking about like.
No, this isn't anything new.
I mean,
Unfortunately, this is pretty.
All right, welcome to our
Frequent
episode.
occurrence.
Today's guest is
Yeah.
Ryan Vargas. Today's topic: human excrement.
Yeah. How many different bodily fluids can we mention?
Here's a secret: a lot.
Oh yeah.
All right, Shlomo writes in. Hey Shrimps, it's Shlomo. Davin said there's a cool guest, so whoever you are, howdy, how we doing, welcome, and always remember to wash your hands. As for my question, what was your guys' most embarrassing elementary school moment? Mine was that I shit myself in first grade and I had to go home early because of it. Or I called my old man teacher mommy one day. Anyways, y'all have a good day, and may Twitter have mercy on your souls.
God. It always reverts back to piss or shit.
Yeah, dude, every single one. Do we have a reputation? Do we have a vibe?
The 1 week we get a driver on. Like, come on, guys. Come on.
My story is kind of similar to that, but it happened in fourth grade. But we already told that on the episode that Travis was on. Like we already told our shitting our pants in elementary school stories.
I have a funny one. I said this on the Moon Car 24 because Moon Car 24 evolves into like a podcast with a race in the background, which is fun. I enjoy that. My worst elementary school moment, and this one haunts me. So,
Oh, yeah.
I was a very emotional child. I cried a lot. Like, you get me. Like, if did you guys have like the little like clothespins, and it goes like from the green to the yellow and the yellow to the red if you're really bad and stuff like that. Like, do
No.
y'all know what I'm
I've
talking
had
about?
similar systems like that before, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a merit system at school, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I was the kid who would cry when I got knocked down at like yellow.
Oh.
Like, I was like, I'm a good kid. Anyways, so in fourth grade, one of our buddies learns that he has the great talent of rapping. He knows how to rap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so at lunch, we'd have like rap battles. Like he would go up against other kids. And so it was like me and like 15 other kids. And he went up against this one kid. And I guess he hurt his feelings so bad he started crying like on the spot. And then he tells on them. He told on him. But
Rat.
but because we all were there, we were all guilty by association, essentially. So like after recess, they have all the classes like line up in their rows. Well, for us heathens, get put on like an individual poll where we like are waiting to like get talked to. And so like it's the whole 4th grade class. Like there's 100 kids. And I'm standing there and like the kid who was like rapping didn't even care. I'm standing there and I see the faces of everybody looking at me, looking down upon me. Dude, I start like bawling.
Oh no.
I start crying, like boogers out the nose, everything.
There's another bodily fluid added.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, crying, like boogers out the nose, like like just full ugly cry, and that haunted me till like middle school, at least. Like, I don't even think I think I went all the way to the end of middle school, and it was still like a joke. So that's my embarrassing one.
God, kids are ruthless. They never forget anything.
Character development.
Yeah.
It was. That was. This is a major plot point.
Yeah, I just remembered
And
something.
that's
that
how
I
he
thought,
became a supervillain.
Yeah.
I remembered something that I had pretty much forgotten about, and now it came back like it was yesterday. I remember
he repressed it.
In grade 4. This is not about poop. In grade 4, one day, our teacher would just show up late, like after lunch. I don't know what she was doing. She'd like go out for lunch and just like not come back on time. There was one day she was like 15 minutes late, and we're all like lined up in the hall outside the classroom, like waiting to get into the classroom because our teacher's not here. It probably wasn't even 15 minutes. We were just all kids. And one of my friends was like, yo, we should pick the lock. I seen it in movies. You could like, because the classroom door was locked. He's like, we need to like stick something in the lock, and then we can like turn it and open it. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's pick the lock. And some kid is like, oh, here's like it was like some like animal stencil plastic thing, and like broke a little piece off of it, and it looked kind of like a key. And we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna pick the lock. We're gonna get in the classroom. We're gonna be so like cool. Stick the thing in the lock. Doesn't fucking do anything. Obviously, it's a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
I'm no like lock picking lawyer. And I'm like, no, you just gotta turn it more. The thing snaps, and half of it is still like in the lock, and I was just like, oh shit. It was just like the biggest like grade 4 oh shit moment where I was like, oh no, I fucked up so bad. The teacher comes back, she's like, what the fuck is this? I have to like explain what happened. They have to call in like the custodian to get pliers to like pull this little thing out. We're standing in the hall for like another 10 minutes, and I'm just like, oh, I've ruined everything, it's so bad. And I still remember that to this day. And me and my friend were in deep shit because we thought we were in the fucking movie and tried to pick a lock, and it didn't work.
Oh, I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Between preschool and kindergarten, was there a kid in y'all's class that just would throw up?
I'm in my 30s,
Yes.
man.
Like
My
that
memory
you could
doesn't
like
go fuck
count
that far
on, like
back.
Yes.
like
Yes,
do y'all
actually.
remember like like I think most people have like remember like there was one kid that like just would throw up.
I had a kid who would pass out. Does that count?
Oh my
Just
God.
imagine like you're a fully grown adult, like you're married, you have kids, and some stranger you met like 25 years ago, all you'll be remembered as that kid that just randomly threw up when you were 5.
Dude, there was this kid in like kindergarten. Like we'd be sitting there coloring, and like no warning, he'll just be like
Oh my
on the
God.
table.
Oh,
Dude, I knew a kid.
I feel bad
so
for
many
the
crayons.
teachers.
I am a kid. I'm someone who is like I don't know what the name is for it, but like when I see vomit, I freak out. Like kind of like how people
It's
are, like,
called being
scared of
normal.
spiders.
It's called being a normal human
No,
being.
I get like, dude, I gotta like run.
Isn't that called blurping? Like if vomiting by association when somebody else pukes, like you have to
Dude,
puke
like,
too.
Yeah, I get to that point almost. It's
I
bad.
see it.
Nice. Yeah, I had a kid. I used to know a kid that would throw up on the bus every day. He'd get like car sick on the bus.
Oh,
And he
no.
This happened for weeks. He would never bring like a bag or anything. He would just throw up on the ground.
Dude, you know that bus driver
No.
after like the 4th time would just be like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like she would try to like throw a bag basically to him after a while, and it like sometimes it works, sometimes the bag would have a fucking hole in it, and it would just be a disaster. Like,
Dude, she probably acted exactly like me. Dude, my cat fucking randomly pukes just nasty ass like liquidy hairballs just randomly, and he'll do it in the middle of the night like on my carpet, And that noise will wake me up out of a dead sleep. I'll be fucking sleeping the most beautiful sleep, and then I'll hear that noise, and I like jump awake and try to like make sure he's like not on carpet, so it's way easier to clean. It's probably exactly what that poor bus driver's doing. She hears that noise and she like scrambling back, trying to throw him a goddamn
Throws it in
plastic
park.
bag.
Going
Yeah,
like
there
40
were-
down the interstate, slam.
It's hilarious.
There were a couple times because this kid would sit up at the front because we knew he was a disaster,
No.
and so there were a couple times we had to exit the bus out the back door because it was such a fucking just shit show at the front because of what this kid had done to it.
Get him to the back of the bus.
Yeah, we went right out the emergency doors.
Oh my
Fly Guy reference
god.
there.
Dude, why did they let him on the bus?
I couldn't tell you. He kept riding the bus too. Eventually, I think he just got over it, so it did
All
work
right,
out in the
well,
end.
This is
But there was like
like
a-
us finally were just like, listen, Johnny, you're gonna ride that bus till you stop puking.
Yeah, it was like a solid year of just puke. It was
Sorry.
Oh,
Giving him
dude,
some
I wouldn't have made it.
anti-nausea
I wouldn't have
medication
not.
or
I would not have made it, dude.
Did he even bother eating breakfast in the morning?
I don't know what he was doing, but it wasn't working. It had to change.
He needs a new strategy.
But yeah,
There's
I found out that everybody had that kid in school.
I didn't have that. I just had a kid who would pass out. I went to elementary school with him, and then we went to like different middle schools, and then I ended up in the same high school as this guy.
You just pass out.
Yeah, I remember in grade 9 health class.
A narcoleptic or something.
Yeah, he's just walking this way.
we were learning about like because we had like gym class, and then you'd have to do like 2 weeks of like health where they'd tell you about like sexual stuff,
The human
like,
growth
grade
and
9.
development
Oh, yeah.
segment. Yeah.
which is already way too late.
Yep.
And we were learning about like C-sections, and the teacher's like describing what a C-section is, and the guy just goes plonk out of the chair. I think like one of his friends caught him. And the gym teacher was so pissed because he made us like fill out a form at the start of the gym class, which is like, hey, if you have any like health things, put them here because we're gonna be active. And he was like, this is why I told you to fill out the form. 'Cause I need to know if this stuff's gonna happen. Because his friend is like, oh yeah, he does this sometimes. And the gym teacher got pissed, and the kid went home, and then we had to like gather ourselves back up to continue learning about C-sections. So
be
shout out to
fair,
that kid.
In his defense, C-sections for like a 14, 15-year-old will be learning about some pretty heavy shit.
But he's literally just being like, oh yeah, and then if there's problems in birth, then they just slice the little thing and pull the baby out, and he's guy's
It's not,
out.
it's not a little thing. It's
We
more than a
had
little
one
thing.
day in elementary school where they showed us like that video, and that was
Mhm.
it. We never had like multiple days or like
You guys had
aggressively
one
gay.
day in elementary school for your health class, and that was it.
it was like this is how babies are made, and then that's it.
Damn.
That's the entire sexual education.
And then we had like
program in California.
we had one on like puberty, and it was like
One
Yeah,
day
and
in
then,
elementary
and then
school.
it, like
That's part
and that
of
was
it.
it, and that was it. Like
Yeah,
some
they
people
were
are
sh-
like
Bro,
some people are
California
like,
getting
yeah, we had like a
public
couple days of
education
this.
I
Yeah,
got
in-
scarred in mind when they would show like the aftermath of STDs and shit like that. Like they were
yeah.
going
They showed
hard.
y'all?
They were
Yeah.
going hard. Yeah.
Yeah, they showed us.
They never
did that
showed
in South
us.
Carolina.
Bro,
In South Carolina,
bro.
they tried to like scare us straight and be like, "Hey, don't
Yeah.
have sex, or else your dick will fall off."
Yeah, they were showing diseased peen pictures in the classroom. It was not good.
No,
Yeah, they're like, hey, we just got a new color printer, so we can show you what this picture of genital herpes looks like.
no,
They put it
they're
up on the projector.
overhead-
It was on the
they're
projector.
they're
Yeah.
on that crappy overhead projector with like
Yep.
the transparent image. Like, okay,
We had
Unfortunately, we had the benefit of full digital projectors at that time, so I got to see it in all its glory.
God.
oh,
God.
In middle school, it was like that, where we had like a few days. I think it was supposed to be a week, and we had to do like a quiz to like finish our like health class week. And our teacher was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this in 2 days. Just like study the stuff, finish the quiz. Let's go play dodgeball." He just wanted to get it over with. I was like, "All right, cool."
I got
And then there were 40 teen pregnancies in that class.
I had a story that was kind of from elementary school that I remembered. It wasn't quite elementary school. I was in 5th grade. It was either 4th or 5th grade.
That
It was
not
on a-
elementary school.
but it wasn't at school. It was like on a church trip instead. But it was that same like era, that same
Oh.
age.
that counts.
We went to a water park. It was the Kalahari at Wisconsin Dells. I'm sure a lot of people know about it. It's a pretty big place. World's largest indoor water park. I went on one of those like those boogie board things, like those surfing simulators.
Yeah, it's like a little lip.
Yeah, it just shoots like insanely high pressured water like up like a ramp, and like you're kind of just like gliding on it pretty much.
Yeah.
What they don't tell you about that is if you fall off and that water hits your swim trunks.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh,
Oh no!
I caught them at my knees and got them pulled up quickly, but there was a couple seconds there where my bare hiney and shrimp was rolling around.
Shrimps out in the water park.
Shrimps, yeah. Oh no.
Certainly wasn't by choice. Yeah, I fucking got those things on pre-back fucking quickly, but yeah, it was still embarrassing nonetheless.
You need to tie those ties tight on the swim trunks.
In all honesty, no one probably saw anything because I was probably just lost in the fucking waves. But still, while I'm experiencing that, I'm like, oh my god, get it back up!
Though. That is traumatizing, though. You bet. I bet your trunks were tied every trip after that.
I remembered it like 15 years later. Apparently, it was traumatizing.
It's like that's so Raven like flashback.
Dude, god damn it. I don't know why that reminded me, but that reminded me of I think I was like 8 or 9 at summer camp. Like my first time at like a sleepaway summer camp where you go for a week up north and stay in a cabin, and then one night you go like across the property to the other side and they set up tents and you're like, oh, we're camping in tents. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. I just remembered another story. Continue. I'm listening.
Anyway, I shit myself at summer camp the first time we were out in the tents, and I had to oh my god, I had to be like, I literally had to do the little kid thing and like go to the counselor's tent and be like, I pooped myself.
Oh no.
I don't remember much of the resolve. I'm pretty sure I chucked some garments in the forest and just cleaned up as best I could and dealt with it, but it was not a fun time.
Just bury them in the woods
with all the shirts.
Bury the evidence.
You said that was like a little camp retreat you guys went on in school. We had a
No, that wasn't a school one. Like we had school ones where we'd go for like 3 days at like the start of like grade 7 and grade 8. But I was like a summer camp kid. Okay. I went to a different camp after that incident though, and then that one I went to like for like the next 10 years.
Too. I would too, to be honest.
Yeah, make a new name for yourself. We had a little like mini just retreat camp we went to for like I think like 2 or 3 days in 5th or 6th grade. Just out in like some, I don't know where it was, but yeah, anyway, we had a little cabin set up, a big like indoor lodge area. One of the kids and there's like I think like 4 or 5 like beds per room that we stayed in, and one of the kids brought a fucking like a full-size Chucky doll.
Oh my god!
Just to like be a bastard.
Just to like try to freak like his roommates out.
Was it like the regular one or the one with all the cuts in the face?
I honestly can't remember, but I think it was like the one with all the cuts in the face and shit.
Oh Jesus!
And yeah, he had it like set up like in the corner, like just sitting up on the dresser, like and just sitting there like the entire weekend. And one of the kids, I can't remember his name, but he was so freaked out that like he apparently like didn't get any sleep.
Oh my god!
He was just up all night, just staring at the fucking thing, waiting for it to come alive and start walking.
Oh no!
Do any of the boomers in the bottom right have any elementary school stories, or is that lost in the fog at this point?
Damn!
Oh, wow.
Hey, you're not that
I'm there.
young.
I just turned 30. I
here.
ask because I just entered that age, and they're starting to fade for me, the memories. So
get them on the podcast while you
my
can.
entire run in elementary school was a fucking clown show. It was just one cavalcade of embarrassing events folding into the next one.
Exactly.
I do have a story from like high school when we had to do public speaking. We had like a whole like semester of just like a public speaking class, and like the whole thing was just like you had to like stand up in front of the class and like give reports or talk about whatever. And yeah, I was a super shy kid, but eventually I like got the hang of it. But this one girl, she never fucking did. And second time she had to go up there, she did. Knees locked up, straight down.
I didn't mean to give away the punchline. That was just a fucking.
Yeah, but she would like talk super soft. You couldn't even fucking hear her, even if you're sitting in the front row. And the teacher's like in the back, like trying to coach her. Like he's like sitting all the way in the back seat, and he's like trying to coach her. It's like, you know, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, try and do that, and then she just like stammers, stutters, and I'm like halfway paying attention, and I like look up, and I was like, is she like having a stroke right now? And then I just hear fucking go down.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
She did like kind of halfway catch herself, so her head didn't like basketball off the tile floor.
That's good.
We had a guy that would belly flop into puddles whenever it rained in California because it would never rain.
That sounds like he'd hurt himself at some point.
He survived. He was fine. Like, but he would do the full
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, dude. Like half the school would gather around in the hallway, and like the teachers like eventually caught on, so they'd like try to like plan it out.
Is this guy's name Super Hammond by any chance?
No, it was like Jason or something.
All right, there's a guy on YouTube that likes to jump on microwaves and stuff. I wondered if it was him.
Dude, I think I told the podcast about Peaches in high school, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a guy who was like the class clown. Peaches is what he went by, and he's like this fat kid, but he was like 6'4". He was a unit. And dude, I remember it was a hurricane. I think it was Hurricane Ivan rolled through, and this was like the hurricane that would not die. It like came in from Myrtle Beach, went all the way out to Missouri, and then came the fuck back. And it was just raining for like 10 days straight. I didn't see the sun.
They hit the 180 button on the heart machine that day.
Yeah, this fucking Peaches would go out there. He'd do like belly flops, like waiting for the bus, like where there were like puddles just congregating, where like we're waiting for the bus. They have like a covered area, and he would just like literally like walk out to where it was raining, where there was no cover, and just stand there, just getting absolutely drenched. And the teachers would just be like, "What are you doing? Like get under the the shed or whatever, 'cause you're getting fucking soaked out there." He's like, "No, I'm good." He'd go in and eat. He'd eat lunch outside when it was pouring ass rain outside. Put on like a poncho.
He just doesn't care.
Just sit down, eat his chicken sandwich, and just be pouring rain and all that. Like Peaches did not give a fuck. He's out there somewhere. He's out there somewhere.
Shut up, Peaches.
I hope he still goes by
If you went to high
Peaches.
school and you graduated in 2007 and you went by the name of Peaches, hit us up.
Yeah.
Send us an email.
We want to hear you. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, send it in, Peaches.
That might officially be the longest question in Slash.
Yeah.
That was a really good question, though.
It was.
Yeah.
And I even have like more stories that I've just reminded of from years at summer camp.
It'll be future material. Say
Yeah, we need a future summer camp topic is what I just found out. I got some stories too.
Yeah. We might have to do a summer camp episode next time around.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of these questions are racing based. Do we care about them?
You can screen them and see if
Depends on what kind of racing.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
I might skip some of these. These aren't all horrible questions. If I skipped them and you sent in emails, I'm sorry. All right. Doggo sends one in. He says, "Are there any frustrating video game playthroughs or range-inducing moments you've had?" He says also, "Hello, Mr. Special Guest. Glad to have you on the last episode." Yeah, this is the last ever episode of this show.
Yeah.
These are always the last episode.
Oh,
No,
cool.
we can't talk about that much piss and shit.
Yep. So
So rage-inducing video games. The only time I ever broke a controller. Normally on video games, I tried not to take them that seriously, but I remember I was 14 and I was trying to play Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube.
Mario Kart.
Me and my sister were like trying to beat this on the hardest difficulty. We'd done everything else. We just had to get the gold on the all cups at 150 cc's, and everything that could possibly like cosmically go wrong would just like the game would conspire against you. The other AI would always have like the perfect item to send to your way at the perfect time to fuck you up. And I remember I got like really deep in a run. I had like 3 races to go, and just a blue shell out of nowhere as I'm like right up there at the line getting ready to pass, and I needed to win in order to stay in the points hunt. And I got blue shell, ended up finishing second, and I took that controller. It was my sister's GameCube, by the way.
Oh
I
no!
fucking spiked that thing, and she got mad, and I was like, "Becca, I'll buy you another one, but I had to do that.
Charge it to the game.
I went to my room and I was like, "Here's 20 right now. It's all the money I got. I'll work on the rest of it."
Sometimes you need to sacrifice a controller. It just needs to happen.
Cody knows.
The fucking thing that pissed me off the most, she ended up beating the fucking game like a few hours later.
With the broken controller.
Yeah, without breaking the controller. Like, see, you can win without breaking the controller, you stupid fucking idiot. And I was just like, Becca, fuck you.
And she had to plug in the Guitar Hero controller because that's all that was left.
Rusty, I gotta ask you. You've been streaming Nier this week. Caleb told me you deleted your save. What's up with that?
Well, that's a little bit of a spoiler alert in a different conversation. We'll have to tell that story another day. That had nothing to do with rage, nothing to do with
Sounds like
anything.
a perfect time to bring up that story.
Yeah, better timing to pick that one up.
I did play a game after that.
The weird movie thing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what in the hell was that, dog?
Dude, I was tuned into that stream for like an hour. I saw like 3 different sex scenes and you just looking confused.
Yeah, I don't know how to back this story up other than I have a really trustworthy friend who always gives me perfect recommendations on video games, movies, whatever it is. It's always like some crazy thing I've never heard of.
And he fucked up.
Yeah. And he finally, messed up on one of his recommendations. He literally blew it. And I got so frustrated with this game a couple hours in, like,
so just to like give some context, it's like a Netflix game where they like filmed some movie stuff, and your job is to like dig through the footage and like find clues and like hit buttons at the right time.
Yeah, basically scrub through like 3 different movies plus like rehearsal footage, and you're trying to find clues about this bigger picture mystery. But coming into the game blind, you have no idea what the mystery is, so you just kind of unearth whatever it is. And I end up getting so frustrated and bored and irritated and just, I don't know. I was literally triggered playing this game, and I'm on stream, and I don't know how to say it other than like I was just really, 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 really unhappy as a human being. And then we ended up beating it yesterday, I believe. Well, the cool thing is we only had like 2 hours to work with, and we actually finished it right at the buzzer. But I don't know. I had to apologize at the end of the stream. I had to apologize to whoever made
That's
that
how you know
game.
it was a good stream right there.
No.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta get into the
of
notes app after your stream.
No.
You know you did good.
I said a lot of dark things streaming that game. So that game brought me to a place I've never been before. Yeah, I was not a good human being in that game.
Damn.
Yeah, we're talking rage-inducing moments in games. Literally, just any day playing Fall Guys, just ever.
Get grabbed on the first
kids game.
There's no greater feeling in Fall Guys than when, Cody just says no, and then his like mic peeks out and just cuts
what's
off.
that Discord game you've been playing lately? What's that one?
Bobble League. Dude, I fuck with Bobble League. It's like a turn-based soccer game where each team has like 4 dudes, and you get like 15 seconds, and each of the dudes can like run in a direction. And then when the 15 seconds are up, all your guys go, but you can't see what like the other team's like planning. So you have to like try and like set up shots, and there's like goofy ass power ups and stuff. And I did make Cody quit one night.
Brings us back to the subject of DriveThrough ruining everything because he's too good.
Yeah.
Just beats everyone and makes it not
Mr.
fun
Try
anymore.
hard over here.
I'm just playing the game.
Something that like it's a very unique problem. Like I don't do much gaming other than like racing games, like iRacing, BeamNG, and other stuff, and Wreckfest. But a unique thing on iRacing that I've had to like kind of like understand is that when people recognize my name in a server, I cannot mess up. Because if I mess up, I'm gonna get lambasted. So there's this guy who I was racing Martinsville, running a practice race. Like I do BFix for practice. And like if I go out there and make a mistake, or if like I race a guy hard, they're gonna say something like something about like, oh man, you suck in real life, so you have to do this on here, and it's like, shut up.
My animals.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck them. That's trash. Fuck them.
I was like, man, screw you.
Yeah, that's
Animals.
low.
Because it takes the fun out of like the
Yeah.
online gaming part.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that like kind of stinks is like you get those like random people who just crap on you, like because oh, you're a real driver, so if you crash or you get involved in an accident with me, I'm gonna lambast you in the chat, and I'm just like, don't.
Yeah,
There's always gonna be some weirdos, but fuck them because they're exactly that. They're weirdos. They are little weirdos. They have done nothing.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals, I want to go back really quickly to drive through Ruin and Bobble League. That fucking
Oh, wait a minute.
the power ups. The
We got
power
some
ups.
beef.
There's some power ups in Bobble League where like for one turn it'll like you can like place like a wall or something or like a little boost pad to like move stuff around. There
And
is
some are
one
just straight
power
up
up
cheating.
in
Some are
that
just
game
cheating.
where for one turn it switches the nets. So Cody and I were in this game for like half an hour and he'd been working the ball down towards my end and it was like right in front of my goal line and I just hit switch goals, put it in my own net and won the game, and Cody was like, nah, it's over, I'm out.
I literally said goodnight and just went to bed.
I mean, as one does, it is a bullshit power up.
yeah, it's so
I
stupid.
love that game, but the power ups are just so janky. They're just OP and they're baby mode. The power ups is like the
Press
game on
button
baby
to
mode.
win.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was the worst part about Overwatch back in the day was the ultimates. So, like people could just press button to win, like eviscerate the other team with like the press of a fucking button, and then they get the objective, and you're like, "You motherfucker! I've been beating your ass this entire fucking game. You press one button, you kill all of us, and you get the objective." That's why I stopped playing that fucking game.
I feel like the language on this podcast is like been on. I don't know I don't know, man. I
We're
don't know.
adults. We can say
We're getting
F word.
demonetized. We're not getting our $1.50
I'm telling
tonight.
you, out of all the episodes, we're come on.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
this could-
first thing I say when I get in here is like, is this like a bad thing?
It's not usually this bad. We don't talk about
No, we're talking
pee-pee
about
and poo-poo
getting
this
tilted
much.
in childhood trauma, dude. It just comes out.
Well, okay, well that's fine. If you're
And
like,
poop
like we're
stuff. Don't forget
okay,
about the
but
poop
that's like
stuff.
funny. I think that's not like bad.
you don't-
now I'm
if you
waiting.
don't-
Now I'm waiting for the next. Now I'm waiting for the
If
next.
you don't come back,
next-
I understand.
I'm waiting for the next email and for you to read it out and just say, so what's your opinion on the current political climate?
Well, the next email is actually directed right at you.
What's your
Oh,
most
gosh.
memorable poop?
Oh god.
I've hinted at who the guest is, and Skellingtor
Okay.
says, he says, if the guest is not actually Ryan Vargas, then I guess I'll go fuck myself. But, dear Ryan Vargas,
Nailed.
from Short King to Short King, what is the most vertically challenging moment of your life so far? Love,
Of my
Skellingtor.
life. So the only sport that I used to be decent at was basketball,
Oh yeah.
and that was bad.
Not a short king sport, that one.
Yeah, it's not a short king sport. It took me a while to find a girlfriend because I was always the shortest of my friends.
Really not a
And-
short king sport, that one.
That is not a short king sport, but luckily
Damn.
I have found a lovely woman who I'm very happy with.
Like,
Hell yeah.
Who appreciates
but-
a Short King?
Who appreciates a short king.
Bless.
It was yeah. I mean that's about. I mean there's a lot of like just really funny things, but nothing crazy.
All right.
I like how
That's
I'm known
solid.
as. I like how it's a common knowledge though that I'm short, which is hilarious. By the way, it's really fun. If y'all know Will Rogers, I bully him for being short, but he's like the exact same height as me, like to a T. So like I'll say like, yeah, you're just saying that because you're short, and he would get like offended. Like he takes it personal. So like I like Road America, he was like on the grid, and I'm like, man, Will, I can't believe it. I can't believe to say this, but you look kind of tall today. He's like, really? And I'm like, no, you're short.
But you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, 'cause I'm short too.
Hey, you were talking about basketball not being a short king sport, dude. Our point guard, he was fucking deadly from the 3-point range. Dude, he was only like 5'7", and he would drill threes all day. His name was
And also,
his name was Tim. We called him Tiny Tim, and man, he just fucking light him up from outside the paint.
dude, it does not help that I am so like bad at like anything with involving like throwing and or catching balls. I am horrible at sports. Like
Not a good ball handler.
I am a horrible ball handler.
I mean, you look at Steph Curry. I mean, granted, he's probably taller than most of us, but compared to like most of the other NBA players, he looks
Yeah,
like
he's
pretty short compared to them. He's a tiny little dude that fucking just eludes all of them, slides around, then just fucking nails every fucking three he shoots.
Shout out to Muggsy Bogues back in the day. He was like 4 foot nothing or something like that. I don't even know.
Holy shit.
Shout out Muggsy. That's a great name.
All right. A couple more. We got some racing related questions to get through, and then we'll be good. All right. Sanok writes in, "Hey Shrimps and guest Shrimp, if you had infinite money and didn't have to deal with actually running the event, where would you build a racetrack, and what kind of track would you build? Personally, I'd build a half-mile oval in the middle of Sao Paulo for the NASCAR Brazil series. Also, slap wash your hands."
I would build just outside of downtown LA.
All right.
I would build a 2.5 mile super speedway.
Hmm.
Oh,
You know, they
man.
have a
That's a
they have a
hot- that's a hot
racetrack.
take.
Wait a minute.
That's a hot
They have a
take.
racetrack kind of near there,
Yeah, Fontana.
which is getting
Which
smaller.
which I think that is like the best track on the circuit. But
What if we took
if I-
Fontana and pushed it somewhere else?
yeah, if I also didn't have to worry about that, maybe I would just keep Fontana open as it is.
Yeah.
Ever.
Can I can I do a reverse answer and use my infinite wealth to demolish an existing track and once and for all wipe Texas Motor Speedway off the fucking map?
No, what I would do is I would just simply place Iowa Speedway everywhere. That's what I would
Love
do.
me some Iowa Speedway.
Scratch the 2.5 mile super speedway. I'd put Iowa everywhere.
Bring Iowa to California.
Yeah.
Let's get that hashtag trending.
Yeah, I'd put a high bank super speedway in the north. We need one this side of the freaking Dixie line. This is getting absurd. We need one up here.
Yeah,
What
but
about
one like
we were supposed to have one up here, weren't we? That Jeff
That's
Gordon Canada Motor Speedway thing that never happened.
Yeah.
That
That's
I don't
right.
even know what you just said to me. Shout out to you.
Yeah, that's deep down the NASCAR iceberg.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I only
have to
know it
talk
because
about
it's
that on-
local.
I have to talk about that on a future episode.
Yeah.
Some quick questions about racing. Cody, fix your camera.
I got it. I
Cody's
see it.
Ryan
It goes
Ryan
up.
writes in.
Amateur hour.
He writes in about F1, but we can talk about NASCAR too. He says, "How do you think the new regulations did in terms of helping the racing?"
The championship
get into
blowout, wasn't it?
I
A
didn't
package
watch.
discussion, but
I didn't watch F1
F1's
as
been
much
good.
as I did this year, as much as I did last year. I watched like whenever it was on, I tried to watch it, and I always watch highlights.
Well, you're a busy guy on weekends.
It didn't. I mean, I don't know. I think it did its job. I feel like something. I don't know what it is. I feel like something about the cars feels neutered though. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like there's something missing on the F1 side.
All right.
Taking a page
Like
out
I
of
don't know
NASCAR's
what it
book.
is. Maybe it's speed, power. I don't know. Maybe
Sound.
maybe that.
Yeah, they
I
don't
mean,
have that
might be it too.
V10 scream anymore.
But it's just like something about it just doesn't.
The racing's been
this-
really close though.
Yeah, I
Um,
seen that, and that helped the product. That's helped.
It's done well in that aspect. It's actually made the rain racing worse because of the Venturi tunnel friggin' downforce stuff. It actually creates like more spray, and the tires were kind of janky. But they're fixing that for next year supposedly. So yeah, cool with that.
Bring in
Um,
mud flaps.
Yeah.
Dude,
Uh,
I was. We had speaking of mud flaps on our road
Yeah.
course car, the Roval, we had a sticker on them that had Yosemite Sam with his 6-shooters, and it
The
said
double
"back
pistols,
off."
yeah.
on the mud
And
flaps.
that was on our mud flaps.
That's sick.
Tremendous.
All
Greatest
right.
mustache of all time, Yosemite Sam.
Last one comes in from T-Bone. He says, "Hello, Shrimps. Hope y'all are doing well.
Hello.
question of the week: out of all of the team roster changes, which new team lineup are you most excited to see next year? It can be any motorsports that you follow. Also, since American Thanksgiving is this week, happy Thanksgiving. Also, Rusty, if I ever see your name pop up in Nier Automata when I get playing it one day, I'll do my best to keep it alive. From T-Bone. I think, just to keep it on F1 briefly, the fact that there are 2 Formula 1 teams next year that consist of like bitter rivals is hilarious.
Suck my balls, mate.
Yeah, literally, Magnussen and Hulkenberg, who both hate each other.
I'm gonna live for that rivalry.
Gasly and Ocon, who hate each other, are both on a team together, which I think is going to be hilarious.
I think
and it could devolve.
I wish they kept Mick. I think he needed another year because honestly, this was his first year this year. Like,
Yeah, they hate
Really, yeah.
like you can't compare how last year was to this.
Well,
year.
especially imagine coming in as a rookie for your first year and your only other teammate is just another rookie.
Yeah, like there was no benchmark for him, and then this year he actually had a benchmark, and he had flashes of brilliance, but at the same time, he's in a midfield car. You know what I mean? Like Matt K-Mag, yes, he outperformed him. Like that's no secret, but this was
I think he'll be back.
Yeah, this was realistically Mick's first year, and I hope he gets another opportunity. And then I'm gonna kind of gloss over the Cup Series. I'm gonna go straight to Xfinity Series. There are gonna be so many seat changes this year that like people like are like gonna be surprised by. Like it's been probably the silliest of seasons in Xfinity, and it's still getting silly. Like it is continuously going to get crazier.
Ooh.
I hope Ryan Vargas is part of it.
Yeah.
10-4.
Little nugget of wisdom.
Yeah.
I think it's the obvious answer for Cup, but I, like everyone else, is excited to see what the hell Kyle Busch can do at RCR in that A car. That's gonna be exciting to watch.
It'll be telling.
Yeah, just about 10 years removed from his current car owner punching him in the face.
Yeah.
And it's a close second that I'll be excited to see. But Rusty probably as well will be excited to see that what Noah can do in that 42. His first full year in Cup.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got old Jimmy Jams backing him now.
I think I'm interested to see how Tyrone does. Gibbs.
Oh yeah.
I'm very intrigued because now he has a team that's basically built around him. Versus
Yeah.
what he had at 2311.
Yeah.
At the expense of the rest of JGR.
But
Denny's
it'll be
halfway out
interesting.
the door.
Yeah, how much longer does Denny last, do you think?
One more season.
Yeah.
Deals are up soon, right?
Yeah, their deals are up. I mean, had the Kyle Busch thing not happened, I'd say it's for sure he's coming back. But I think personally, he has such a good relationship with the Gibbs family to the point where the fate of 2311 really does rely on his relationship with Joe.
Yeah.
So I think for his business and for his legacy, he's going to re-sign with Gibbs.
Yes.
And I think FedEx, worst case scenario, cuts back to half a season.
Yeah, I heard that FedEx that might be stepping back their sponsorship.
I mean, you got to think. I mean, at that level, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what are the
whole
odds that
season? Yeah.
What are the odds that Denny just doesn't do one more full-time season with Gibbs and he steps back from Gibbs and does like some part-time drive-in for 2311 and just focuses on the owner aspect?
It'd be
I
interesting.
mean, he's been full-time for like 17 years now. I mean, he's no like young kid anymore.
But he's still very much in his prime too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fighting for championships.
He's about as good as he's ever been.
I'd say that was maybe a couple years ago. I'm not that he's not good, but I'd say he peaked maybe a couple of years ago.
All right.
I mean, am I wrong?
That's
I mean, like,
that's fair to say.
he's kind of up there with like Harvick and Busch. I mean, where they're still like great, they're still elite, but they're kind of just starting that little mini downward.
yeah, like he's
slope.
currently at that pinnacle now.
Like
but
he
he's been
and
there for
Kyle
a little
Busch
while.
and Kevin Harvick are at basically where Jimmy was at, like 2017, 2018. Like he's still good, he's still competitive, but like, we're
Sorry,
starting to see a little.
what happened, Jimmy, in 2018?
We're starting to see a
The
little
wall.
downward.
Yeah, you didn't win a single race. Anyway,
I don't know. Put him in a real
I was
race.
I
car,
was
think he
there
can
for
dance
his
again.
mean,
I was there
Kyle-
for his last ever win. The Busch
Dover?
Clash.
oh, the one where he wrecked
Oh.
Paul Menard.
Oh yeah, team wipe.
That was awesome. So like I'm a Jimmy fan. And so I actually was taking over the Snapchat for Daytona that day too, which was hilarious.
Oh, cool.
And I remember like being in the press box watching it and seeing just the smoke, because it was wild, because it was kind of odd. Like that race had such a weird aura to it because it was supposed to rain literally all day.
I remember that. It was just so gray and
Mhm.
dark the
It
entire
was
time.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
gray.
they stopped
like
it twice.
yeah, they stopped it twice, and like honestly, everybody had left, like the fans, which is like it's not a thing on the race. It's literally just everyone thought they weren't gonna race. Like I probably would have left too. And just seeing like just smoke and fire and sparks, and seeing Jimmy emerge. Dude, I felt like I was like a kid. I felt like such a little kid. I felt like such a little kid. I was like, I just saw a NASCAR crash comp-esque crash, and then my favorite driver just took the lead. Like I was like, the chaos in the back of my mind. Like, yeah, the race car driver is like, dang, that stinks. But then the fan in the back of my mind is like, yes,
yeah.
that's
sick.
what we needed.
That was an IRL moon car crash if I've ever seen.
It really
one.
was, yeah. That's how the entire August Daytona race was in Xfinity. And I just kept like I
Oh,
literally
God,
I
yeah.
literally keyed up and told my crew chief, I'm like, thank God we do moon car during the week.
Correct.
Well, good to squeeze in some NASCAR talk at the end, but unfortunately, this is the last ever episode of this podcast.
It's dead.
Damn it.
Killed it.
But
bench killed
we need to figure out a title for this episode. What do we call it?
Poop stuff. I was gonna say poop stuff.
Well, we can't.
Something P related.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. So that's why I'm suggesting the
Ooh, it's
bench.
episode.
I think the bench is pretty solid because I can't
Yeah.
put PP or poo poo in the title. Otherwise,
Bench.
no,
The
the
bench.
what?
The Boyd bench.
No.
The piss
The
bench.
cursed
would-
bench. How about the cursed bench?
The Boyd
like that.
Speedway bench. That's what it is.
Can I put piss in a YouTube title? I'm
No.
looking
I
this
don't.
up.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't
I
think
don't
that
think
one
so.
flies anymore.
Just call it number 2.
Oh, there you go.
It's gotta be something poop related. I mean,
Well, it
that's,
would be a
that
number
was like the
one
entire
bench.
subject of the conversation.
Nah,
I know,
nah,
but like,
nah.
how do we like
The
lightly
bench.
insinuate
The bench.
that you
I
pee
like
on a
it.
bench?
It's the bench. It was always the bench.
All right.
Yeah, I just say the bench. I think the
The
bench.
Boyd
bench.
bench of dreams.
Don't say the Boyd bench. Don't name drop the track.
Yeah, they'll watch the
don't
show.
drop
They'll
them.
learn about the bench.
Bully them
Yeah,
to
don't put-
change.
Don't put them on main like that.
Bully them to change.
I will bully Boyd Speedway until they change.
Wash your hands.
All right, everyone say bye. Oh, Ryan, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, big thank you, dude.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Everyone
Sorry
say
there's so
bye.
much poop stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. That's weird.
Bye.